How de facto, pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this? How about that? Pay attention to wax. You're free to see what.
Alright guys, Ian and Stu from Central Coast Disc Golf. We're back with some more 2015 Pro Worlds. And we got the round 4 chase card, Stu.
Yeah, and the closest course to us
Deer Lakes.
of the three. Yeah.
Super pretty course too.
Yeah.
But Stu,
Yeah,
let's watch some disc golf.
I'm ready.
Let's do it, buddy.
Let's finish this off.
Yeah. So Paul Macbeth is coming in at 29 down, Simon Lizotte 28, Steve Rico 25, and Paul Ulibarri 24. And we're starting off on hole 2, one of the shorter holes out here, Stu.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of holes where you just have a straight, shorter putter mid-range look at the basket
Yeah, this might actually be the easiest hole in the
with
course.
nothing in the way.
Yeah, and you can even throw it right at the hill and just have it slide up to the basket. The only real concern is going long because it kind of drops off on the other side, but just don't do that.
Good starter hole.
Yeah, it totally is.
Build the confidence.
Exactly, get you going. Paul Macbeth, ripping out a Nova right here.
Yeah. Just a dead-eyed shot, cold
Yeah,
out the gate.
that Nova flies super straight, man, and that was parked. Simon Lizotte, throwing in a little anti-flex.
The Glow MD3,
Okay, cool.
I think.
you're right. And that's also parked for Simon. Steve Rico looking to match those 2 shots. Co-owner of Legacy Disc, super great guy. Done a lot for the disc golf world over the years.
Not limited to being really good at disc golf.
Yeah, totally true. He came up a little short on his drive, but he's still going to have a putt. And Yuli hanging a little far right, but also being putting for 2. And you can see how steep this hill is. Steve's barely standing on it.
I was ready for him to slip and just fall, but when he was supported on one foot, but
Instead,
he held it together.
He just banged birdie instead. Yeah.
Well, he was always going to make the putt, but I was
Gotcha.
whether he fell or not was the difference.
Gotcha. Yuli makes his birdie putt along with Simon, and Paul Macbeth has a drop in. All day. We'll start for him to start the actions too. All right, up next, guys, is hole 3, an 831-foot par 5.
Demanding.
825. Yes, it is. It's a super narrow fairway the entire way. It's downhill off the tee, but then you're going back up the hill on your second shots too.
Yeah, and we had to run up those hills and down those hills. And
Yeah.
they're not fun. They're steep.
Yeah, I was huffing. So there's the basket. It's even on a hill too, which makes rollaways possible if you are so lucky to get that far. Paul Macbeth on the box. I believe that's a Thunderbird, Stu. Either that or a Rock 3.
It's something that you can throw 440 feet dead straight.
Dead straight.
Whatever
yeah.
it is.
And even kind of trickled back right in the middle of the fairway. Perfect spot. Simon Lizotte looking to match that shot. Throwing a little hyzer flip to Annie. And
It's very similar, actually.
yeah, got rolled right in the middle of the fairway. Steve Rico throwing off this cliff. Right over the middle, Stu.
Yeah, that's 3 phenomenal drives.
They're making it look way easier than it is to keep this in the fairway. Paul Ulibarri. Ooh, hanging it out wide.
Almost hits the tee side.
He did, didn't he? That was super close. So he's slightly off the fairway and going to opt for a forehand out. And it looks like that Annie a little too long and hit a tree.
The tunnel holes are tough. Once you get off the fairway, it's exponentially more difficult.
Yeah, you're
to
going to
advance it.
So some weird stances and trees in the way. Steve Rico's second shot, not bad. Advanced it up the fairway.
Yeah, I guess he accepted he wasn't going to go for it.
The eagle, yeah.
Light up.
Simon, I gotta imagine he's gonna try and run the eagle, but didn't flip it, Stu.
Yeah, right out of his hand, he put his head down. So
Yeah.
either it slipped out or
Something. Yeah. Paul's second shot.
he's not having as much trouble with that second shot.
What the heck, dude? Oh my god, man. That was like 450 uphill, Stu.
On an ice rope.
On a laser beam, yeah. Yuli from the left-hand side, and Steve actually took casual relief from this mud pit, which is nice. They give you that.
Yeah.
And that was a nice upshot. You should be able to card a pretty easy birdie. Simon's third shot, looking to get up and down for a bird.
working that touch forehand.
He is, isn't he? That was a
Yeah.
great out from the woods. Yuli for a bird. Oh, almost saved the birdie after that drive. And Simon for his 4. There you go.
Straight in, center pole.
Mm-hmm. Nice button, sir. And Macbeth finished pin high after 2, Stu.
Pin high for an eagle.
Yep, so there's that. And then that happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty good.
We warned you guys.
Yeah. If you're paying attention. Steve Rico makes his birdie. Yuli makes his comebacker for a 5. And that's an eagle from Paul Macbeth. He's 32 down now. He's, 3 down after 2?
3 down after he's more down than holes have been played.
Yeah, it's always good to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that once at Morley. I was 4 down after 3.
Was it a very forgiving par?
That was par 3s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're on to hole
Wow.
4, 345. And this one, Simon was showing me, is a Team Discmania.
Swirly?
Yeah, pretty nice disc right there. This is a pretty straightforward hole as long as you can hit the gap off the tee and don't flip it too much. Paul Macbeth throwing that hyzer line.
Yeah, he did both of those things you said, and it results in a putt.
Yeah, he's
A little tiny putt.
no, not even really putt. more of a drop. Simon Lizotte looking to match Paul's shot. Oh, Stu, that doesn't look good, dude.
Yeah, that was an early releasal.
Yeah,
It's two in a row.
he's had a couple of those.
Yeah, he's suffering from that.
I think he has to choke up so much because of all that power that it.
It's difficult to
Yeah,
gauge.
exactly. Everybody else just throws as hard as they can. If Simon did that, he'd cut down all the trees.
His arm would just take off with
Fly
the
out.
disc.
Yeah. Steve Rico had a nice drive, came up just a skosh short. And Yuli. Nice looking mild hyzer at the basket.
That was nice. He has just the down to business hyzer.
Yeah.
Just
It's going towards the bucket.
yeah.
Came up a little short, but he's going to have a outside the circle putt. And Simon, he's running this one, Stu.
If you can putt, if you're a professional, you should run.
Yeah, if you know you're going to make the comebacker, you should run most putts, right?
Yeah.
There's the infamous step putt from Ulibarri.
It is. Infamous.
I guess that one looked legal, though, for all you internet kids out there. I thought that one looked good.
Is it so if he doesn't lift his foot up before he?
I think it's more the foot coming down in front of the
Before he
Yeah, that's
lets go of
that's
the
most
disc.
what people are saying. Nice birdie putt from Steve, and that was a pretty much drop in for Paul. Yeah. Everybody carding the birdie except for Simon. Paul's 33 down now, and we're on the hole 5, 243 par 3, and this one's super downhill, Steve, right?
Yeah, downhill enough that you can't see it land.
Yeah.
And it's only a couple hundred. It's only 250. So
Yeah, this is looking down from the edge of the hill, basically.
just a grove of trees to try and navigate.
Yeah. Not easy. Even though it's a shorty, it's tough to make it stick close to the bucket.
Yeah, it's hard to commit to a line when there isn't really one.
Yeah. Paul throwing a standstill putter, pretty sure.
A 260-foot jump putt.
You gotta love it. He's parked. Looks like he's gonna be 6 down after 5, or 5 down after 4. Yeah.
Still more down than Pep played. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Steve Rico also a really nice drive. Came up just a little bit long, and Yuli throwing a Andy forehand.
Yeah, that was same mid range I think he's been going to for those forehands.
Yeah. Came
I
up a
like
little
it.
short left, but still definitely within Paul's range. And Simon looks like he's got a P2. Or is that a mid range?
Yeah, something stable enough that it hooked up for him.
Yeah.
Floats it in.
A little long. It's got a little tiny comebacker for a birdie. And Yuli has the longest of the putts. Looks like he's just about circle's edge. And bangs that with confidence, man. Those 2 hours of knob paid off. And Steve Rico.
I bet they heard that chain hit a couple holes away.
Yeah, right. Steve Rico's spin putt is so wobbly, man, but it goes in all the time. Simon coming back up the hill makes his birdie. So does Paul. And that's another star frame. That's 2.
Paul, hot legs. Paul, he's on fire.
Yeah, those pants, man. Those some hot pants.
They were bright.
He's
It
looking.
wasn't sunny.
He's
but
looking
those
sharp though.
pants were bright.
We got the 2 best dressed guys in disc golf here. The 2 Pauls.
Yuli
Yeah.
and
Yuli and Macbeth. Yeah.
Look, sometimes big germ pulls out some.
He has some
fancy
snazzy
pants
outfits, yeah. We're on to hole 6, guys. 471 par 4. It's a dogleg right. Once you dogleg right, you're going up the hill quite a lot. And this one, there's tons of trees. And Paul has the box.
Real skinny landing area too.
Yeah, it is. You don't want to go too long or too short. It's one of those par 4s where you have to make 2 good shots. You can't make just 1 good shot and get a birdie. And Paul did go a little bit long, but not so long he's going to be in super trouble. There you can see the basket up the hill. Steve Rico off to the side of the basket, looks like a roller coming up, guys.
Which I think that's the best play.
Yeah, it's going to finish.
Because of the fact that it goes so severely right at the very end of its roll.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what you need.
Yeah.
So like maybe a hard forehand skip or
Yeah.
a roller.
Yeah, totally agree. He's going to be looking up the basket up the hill. And there's your forehand from Ulibarri. Maybe cutting in a little early, Stu.
Yeah. You're not going to get a skip out of it, that's for sure.
No, but playing that high, that's for sure, yeah.
Or hitting the tree.
Or also hitting the tree negates the chance for a skip. True statement, sir. Simon threw a hyzer flip to Annie.
Tried to flip something that didn't flip.
Yeah, and it hit a tree too, which will also stop you from flipping. Yeah, flipping and skipping.
Has a lot of negating properties.
It does.
The tree hit.
Paul throwing that forehand up, and
Wow.
he amazingly missed everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just kept rows right over the trees.
Yep. Paul lining up his second shot, going up the hill with a forehand, and see what he can do. Tight windows.
He missed all the trees he could see.
Yeah, this is true, right? He's gonna have a putt for birdie at least. That was a really nice up. Yeah, so Steve Rico, his second, carving a pretty nice path until that last tree, but still within putting range.
Yeah, it's a lot of trees to miss on purpose.
Yeah, and that was Simon's upshot, which I missed. And then he made that.
And then I don't even think he knew that was in.
No.
Until it was in.
Yeah. I believe that was for a par for Simon, though. Ooh, Steve misses his birdie putt. Paul looking at his birdie putt.
These probably look real juicy for these guys with that backstop.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Just give it all you want and know it's not going to be a 30-foot comeback.
Unless you roll out, though.
That's true.
Yeah. But you don't have to worry about rolling out when you put it in the basket. Like Paul and Paul. Some nice birdies. And Steve making the par. Simon also with a par.
Coming out into the open now?
Yeah, we are. It's a downhill, pretty open, just a big backhand hyzer shot. 405 feet. Definitely reachable with a hyzer for these guys. And there's that one guardian tree just right at the basket, which can cause some trouble. We'll see what happens. And Paul has the box, and I don't think he's ever going to give it up.
I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't if he had to decide.
Had the option, yeah. Ripping out a big hyzer.
Nice, clean release. Same angle the whole flight.
Yeah. Tracking right towards the basket. Hit the tree, but not the
Points
worst
the
kick,
tree.
right? Yeah.
I think he was upset because maybe it would have had a chance of skipping in.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, for him, that's 90% make distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Ulibarri?
Did get the skip.
Wow.
And almost skipped in.
That did. What a great shot. It flashed right across the basket from the tee. It was pretty cool. Steve Rico? Hit the same tree as Paul.
Man,
He got the same kick as Paul, too. Slightly worse, but
how can such a tiny thing hit that same space?
yeah, kind of random. Simon throws a big hyzer, but
BDM or BDH?
yeah, exactly. Yep, BDH. But came up short. Does just still have a look for 2, though.
A look is all he needs.
I guess so. That was a great putt. Nice birdie. Macbeth looking to match. There it is.
Also nice.
Mm-hmm.
So have we come to conclusion about mock X baskets versus various putting styles?
I think it kind of favors the not a pitch putt. The more the spin putters.
Straight in putts.
Yep. And there's Yuli and Rico carding birdies. That's another star frame.
Star birdie frame.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second by these guys.
Third.
Third?
Yeah.
Third, yeah. All the ones, just you give them an open, easy shot.
Yep, they'll get it most of the time. Up next, guys, is hole 8, 273, par 3. Basket's on this little kind of pyramid log thing, and there is OB right of the basket and long of the basket.
So just to show how much
Mm-hmm.
elevation change affects power, I bet they throw this about the same power.
Yeah. Oh, this is not 273 though. This is like 400.
Oh,
Sorry.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like 380-ish.
I was going to say, I saw them throw and
Yeah.
they were ripping it.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Paul went a little long left. It's going to have a scary kind of putt at the basket, which is also towards OB. Paul Eulerberry.
Oh,
That'll play. Ooh. Didn't want that roll. But still will have a putt.
yeah. Got to stay away from the OB
Yeah.
at all costs.
Yeah,
It's mandatory.
Exactly. Don't go OB and then get as close as you can. Those should be your priorities. Steve also finishes a little left but pin high. And Simon Lazat. Throwing a Simon Lazat hyzer.
What you want to bet he's not going to be short this time
Yeah.
after that last hole.
Yeah. Pretty close too. Steve Rico for 2, and with the OB behind the basket, does the smart thing and lays up, but still gets mildly punished.
Yeah.
And McBeast to keep the birdie eagle train running.
Oh,
He missed one.
it's over.
Yeah. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, let's go home.
Yeah. Well, the other Paul's making up for it at least. Another nice step putt,
Give the fans something to clap for.
for sure. Steve Rico to save his par. Woo! Squeaks it over to the basket.
It's that extra bit of basket that
Uh-huh.
those mock X it psyched him out.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it worked though. Nice birdie from Simon. And Paul, come back over for par. No worries there.
Trivial.
Mm-hmm. That's nice birdie from Simon and Paul. It was a great putt from Paul. Especially staring straight at OB.
Yeah.
Up next, guys, is hole 9, a 903-foot par 5. Really kind of a cool hole. You're throwing a hyzer shot off the tee as far as you can. Second shot, you're throwing through some woods over a cliff, and you need to make it stop before you go over the next cliff, right?
Yeah, kind of a peninsular cliff.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where that fence is where the cliff is that you need to go over, and then now we're down on below that cliff, and behind that basket is the next cliff.
Yeah, it's difficult to visualize.
Yeah, it's a little tough. So you can see how close the basket is to that next cliff.
It's not. It's all amounts to a high degree of difficulty.
Yeah, and some scary putts, right? So Yuli, taking the box from Macbeth. Paul has had the box the entire round so far.
Yeah. Well, when you're on, you're on.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a perfect placement shot from Paul.
There's lots of room. You clear the initial tunnel.
Yeah, as long as you get around these trees on your drive, you're usually, and far enough left, you're usually pretty happy. Simon just absolutely crushed it,
Yeah.
like Simon does.
I did watch the previous group, and none of them got further than 10 feet beyond these trees.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that just shows you what kind of arms this card has.
Yeah.
Paul crushed that, Stu.
He said, I can do that as well.
Yeah, that went a little straighter than he said he wanted. Didn't quite hold that hyzer, but still, it should give him a look to get down the cliff on his second shot. Steve Rico throwing his cannon into a tree. Oh, man.
It makes this long hole a little bit longer.
Yeah, there was quite a backup on this hole. I kind of wonder if that might have affected the play a little bit there. Steve Rico throwing a crazy huge sky Annie over these trees. It does fade out, though, and finishes kind of left side of the fairway. Yuli's throwing a forehand roller, Stu.
Yeah, if it turns over, that will put him in a great position.
Yeah. So he's down, going down the cliff.
Turns over.
It needs to turn. It's not turning over, Stu.
No, the
No.
spotter ran after that one.
Yeah, it went down the hill a little bit. Not all the way down. That was Steve Rico throwing a roll over there. Hit a
Another
tree
forehand
before he
roll.
went down the cliff. McBeast throwing a forehand. Gonna try and skip down the cliff.
It's like he had a good line there.
Yeah. Oh.
Just a little unlucky.
Yeah, that could have had a really nice line. Would have been parked if it missed that fence.
That was tracking.
It was. Simon throwing an anti-flex. that track towards a tree.
It did.
Yeah.
I'm certain he's disappointed about that.
Yeah. High expectations. So this is going to be Steve Rico's 4th shot, I believe, Stu?
Yes, it sucks to throw 4 shots and all of them are you still haven't seen the basket.
Right?
They're all just blind shots.
Yeah, that was a nice hyzer shot towards the bucket, though. And Simon also a pretty nice up, but that's going to be a scary putt. So Paul's at the top of the cliff, and you can kind of see he just pitches down to the basket just in front of the next cliff.
Yeah, even that was a scary up, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. And so Yuli from the right-hand side, pin high. And this is going to be Simon for a birdie. Pretty death putty, though. He's thinking about this one, Stu.
It seems like he wants to run this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, no.
He did run it.
Yeah. And that disc is running now.
Oh, no.
It went almost all the way down the hill. So Simon's in that bush. You can see him moving around down there. And threw a forehand out, which was actually pretty solid.
He did get it back in 2 strokes, but that seems like a take your medicine moment.
It might have been, right? Could have saved multiple strokes for sure. And pretty good gallery for a chase card.
Yeah, they must have heard the beast had awoken.
Yeah. That was Hannah waving. Simon's special lady friend.
Simon's lady friend.
Yep. And Steve making his par. And Paul. Gonna be carding a birdie here, Stu, right?
Yep. There's a couple holes where he's had a tap in
Birdie?
birdie and when no one else.
Oh, you'll the
Lily
birdie.
got one as well. Okay.
Yeah. But after that one, guys, we are on to hole 10, the last hole of our front 9. That's a 573 par 4. You're going really uphill off your drive, and then your second shot, you're throwing across a field and hopefully through these trees to the basket. And then right after the basket, it slopes down to the road, which is OB.
Yeah, lots of pitfalls.
Mhm.
You want a placement on your drive, like you want to be as far down and left as you can,
Exactly.
and just lots of shit.
Yeah. Paul Uleberry throwing an Annie flex up the hill. That'll play, Stu.
That looked real nice. That
Yeah.
was clean, no trees. It's hard to keep a flex shot low
Yeah, it is.
and not bottom out,
Mm-hmm.
especially uphill.
McBeast also throwing an Annie flex, but not getting that fade, Stu.
Yeah, has the forgiving fairway, no OB.
Yeah, and he's still up the hill, right? He's going to be able to see the basket from there. Steve Rico. Love the craftiness
Roller.
of this guy.
Yeah.
So cool.
What ceiling?
Yeah, right? Backhand roller uphill. Just love this guy's style.
And rolls over Yuli's disc right there.
Did it really?
No, but
Almost.
It was close.
Nice. Simon's pull. Throwing his PD2. And Simon's disc doesn't really care about trees.
It just splits the branches.
Kind of just obliterated them. They all caught fire after this went through it. I'm not even kidding. That was crazy.
Just from the friction
Yeah,
of the air on
yeah,
the disc.
It was bananas. Paul's second shot. Looking to not hit that tree he hit.
Some lumberjacking.
Yeah. Steve Rico. Backhand roller coming? Yeah, buddy. Ooh, I think that one turned over a little early. Yeah, he finished short. Pretty much on line, though. See the basket right there. And Yuli line up a forehand. There is a gap over to the left. Probably playing the skip shot towards the basket.
Ooh,
Needs to
that
slow.
looks pretty.
Yeah, put some stank on that one.
Oh, it's
Ooh,
rolling.
That's rolling towards the OB. Rolling back of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Tough break, man.
No luck.
Yeah.
Not there.
Simon saw that, but is not deterred.
He has not the chance to put himself in good position.
Mm-hmm. Could get some strokes on people right here.
Oh,
Hit that tree, but still has a putt, actually.
that took the fade off that he needed, though.
It did, no, that's for sure. Paul's up, should be able to save a par right there. And this is Yuli to save par. Gonna be taking a bogey with that OB stroke. And Rico staring straight at the road.
Takes his medicine.
He plays smart golf, man. Simon for 2. Simon's been hitting some huge putts this round.
That was for his birdie then?
Yeah, that was a birdie right there. That's a great putt. And this is for Paul's 4. And Simon's taking the box for back 9s too.
Yeah, building some momentum
Yeah, hopefully do some work.
after that confident putt.
Steve tap it in. And we got the lone birdie from Simon, lone bogey from Paul. And that is all we got for part 1, guys. Thanks for watching. And
Super exciting.
yeah, it was really cool to watch.
Paul's on a tear,
Yeah. Always fun to watch Big Beast mode when it's activated.
and you were there to see it live.
I was, man. It was pretty fun to watch through a 3.5-inch LCD screen. Alright, guys. We'll catch you around. And thanks for watching.
Disc golf is in the air. Join the excitement at pdga.com.